This is actually the fence surrounding Pulse nightclub, and you can see that all that remains are actually little handwritten notes. A lot of deep grief that day. Now the tone has kind of changed. I'm standing right here in some of that acreage that was burned, and steps away is State Road 44. This is the lingering smoke from that brush fire. We just spoke to one woman who said her sister here, who works at Fiamma, heard those shots, saw her boss on the ground. Now in its place, macroalgae just like this has flourished. In the last 15 minutes or so, he's made it very clear he's ready to get out of this tree. Take a look behind me. You can see he shifted once underground. The sensors are actually able to detect how much moisture is actually in your yard. This storm was big enough to cause this, to uproot this tree and create this at least 4-foot hole that you see right here.
Dive tourism could be an essential part of our tourism economy right here in Central Florida.
These bear-resistant trash cans, the bears won't be able to get easy access to food and therefore won't want to stick around in these neighborhoods. They outright bought it, which means these lights right here will be a permanent fixture in their holiday light display. There are so many lights here that if you stretched them all out, they would expand more than 10 miles. And that's a lot of lights. Well, Tammy, this playground and even this park have been empty for the bulk of the day now. And that's because people who live in this area told us this park attracts a lot of trouble. Trouble they'd like to see come to an end, but aren't sure exactly how to do that.
Cut the grandma.
Taking care of her 2 grandkids. Sabrina Vincent is always looking for fun, new things to do. But taking them to play at the park around the corner just isn't an option.
I don't let my grandkids go there because it's a lot of activity that goes on there that I don't approve of.
Without elaborating on what happens at the park, she said it simply is not a place for kids. Although Sunday night, it was kids, 4 teenagers here at the park who were all shot.
I was shocked and I was hurt because it could have been one of our children.
With Evans High School right around the corner, this park frequently becomes a stopping point for teens going home from school. All the more reason, after-school program coordinator Sandra Fatmi says the community needs to come together to prevent any more violence here.
This should not happen. This should be a safe place. Our young people look for a safe place. A park should be a safe place for them to play.
Fatmi says if people see something suspicious here, they need to start saying something. And Vincent agreed, saying she'd also like to see police increase their patrols in the area. Orlando police do have a substation half a mile away, and while OPD wouldn't tell us directly if they plan on increasing patrols at the park, we did see them in the neighborhood throughout the day.
Come grow around the grandma.
And for Vincent,
Yay.
that's a step in the right direction.
The improvements can be made, but it's going to have to take the neighborhood to make the changes that's going on.
Now, all 4 of those young teens who were shot right here are expected to survive, but the 3 people involved in their shooting are still at large. Anyone with more information is encouraged to contact the Orlando Police Department. For now, I'm reporting live in Orlando. Bailey Myers, Spectrum News 13. So when Hurricane Maria hit, Tammy, it devastated the island, its people, its resources, and especially those students who were seeking better opportunities on the island. Now they're turning to UCF, moving here to the state of Florida, looking for better opportunities right here on campus.
It was horrible. I've never in my life thought that would happen to to Puerto Rico.
Hurricane Maria took so much from Puerto Rico. For Nicole Morales, it took away her family's work, resources, and left her without a university to study at.
When I stopped going to the university, I was like, I don't have anything to do now. I feel like I have no purpose.
That's when she found out UCF in Central Florida was enrolling Puerto Rican students with just their unofficial transcripts.
That was the point. I was like, I need to go.
While 1,135 students from Puerto Rico applied, only 403 actually got in. Now, many of those students are leaving the heavy books at home and turning to online courses.
I'm taking 3 online classes right now.
Living in Kissimmee with her father while also working part-time, Morales says the online courses make her life a lot easier. And other students in similar situations agree, because right now 81% of students at UCF are enrolled in at least one online or partially online class.
I love it here. I'm not planning on going back to Puerto Rico, yeah.
Now Morales plans on finishing her bachelor's degree here and hopes it'll open doors for new opportunities for both herself and other Puerto Rican students.
Because of the hurricane and everything, so this is a second opportunity to come and be someone.
Now, we were told students attending UCF do need their official transcripts from their Puerto Rican universities in order to qualify for financial aid. As for Morales, she's still waiting for her university back in Puerto Rico to regain power long enough to send that. For now, I'm reporting in Orange County. Bailey Myers, Spectrum News 13.
Every morning since I've been home, I've been getting up and coming out here to see how much more I've lost.
Tammy Carnahan's beloved beachfront tiki hut gone, and so is much of her yard since Hurricane Matthew and the erosion left in its wake continues to eat away at the land.
When high tide comes up, it comes and it keeps beating, and it keeps beating and beating and taking my yard.
This is where their property line used to be. Now they're faced with this, a 12-foot drop-off steps away from their back door.
It's just being destroyed, and we're not being able to do anything about it.
Frustrated, Carnahan says no one will help, and as the water inches closer and closer to their home, all she can do is wait because they can't build a seawall here to prevent future erosion. One reason being because that could threaten sea turtles like this little guy we found outside of Carnahan's home.
What happens is it takes away nesting beach.
And while turtles wait on the beach to be rescued,
He's alive, very exhausted.
Carnahan waits for some sort of savior herself because now she's worried she could lose her home. In Melbourne Beach, Bailey Myers, News 13.